So we're going to talk about the Office Clipboard, which is sort of the engine behind all of this cutting and pasting and copying we've been doing for the last few movies. We're going to launch the Office Clipboard, show you what it is, copy content into the clipboard. We can paste content from the clipboard into the worksheet. We can paste it multiple times. We can paste all of the items in the clipboard, and you can have up to 24 in the clipboard. We can pass data between the Office applications. We can move, resize, and close the Office Clipboard. And then finally, we have a couple of options as to whether the Office Clipboard will be displayed automatically or not. So this movie is on the Office Clipboard. And as I said, the Office Clipboard is the engine behind the cutting and pasting and copying we've been doing for the last couple of movies. And if you remember, in the first two movies, in the clipboard group, the paste option is grayed out. It's grayed out now. But to get it to display, I had to press CTRL C. And when I did that, what I did was copy something into the clipboard. So the paste options are now available. The clipboard you can launch by left-clicking this dialog box launcher. And there's the item. It says preview not available because there isn't any content, I guess. I can choose that item and delete it and start from scratch. So this is what the clipboard looks like without anything in it. It tells you that the clipboard is empty. Copy or cut to collect items. So what does that mean? Well, that means that we can either Control C to collect something or Control X to collect something. It makes no difference. It's going to go into the clipboard either way. And with these two items in the clipboard, I can select a cell and paste Massachusetts. I can select another cell and paste Maryland. I can select another cell and paste Maryland again. So the clipboard is sort of like a memory bank that collects up to 24 items that you've either cut or copied into the clipboard. Control C, Control X. We can also paste all of the items in the clipboard. There's only two, but we get Maryland and Massachusetts pasted into the cells at the same time. You can remove these items from the clipboard either one by clicking Delete on the drop-down or clicking Clear All to clear the entire clipboard. I'm going to add another item in there, Control C, Virginia, and I'm going to open up Word. We're going to go into a Word document and launch the clipboard here. Well, lo and behold, there's Virginia. So this clipboard is universal to the Office applications. And I can paste Virginia by clicking on it or down arrowing and pasting into this Word document. And if I had something in the Word document, like I'll put something there, I could select that, Control C, and put that in the clipboard so that when I go back to Excel, the content from the Word document is there and I can paste that into Excel. The clipboard can be moved. It's docked by default over on the left side, but you can drop down this little arrow here, left-click Move, and when I do, the cursor converts to a four-sided arrow. And I don't have either of the mouse buttons held down at this point. But when I move the mouse around, the clipboard follows. And when I find the place that I want to dock the clipboard at, I click the left mouse button and it releases the clipboard. I can also resize it and the same thing occurs. I don't have a mouse button pressed down, but I automatically, when I'm moving the mouse, resize the clipboard. When I'm done resizing, left-click the mouse button, and the hold is released. Finally, I can close the clipboard by clicking that. So we're going to launch the clipboard again, and I actually stopped the movie and redock it over on the left-hand side. If you didn't do that, it's going to show up where you left it. So if you want to move it over to the left-hand side, you can, or you can just leave it where it is. Or if you're just following along and watching this, you can just ignore all that. So we have a couple of display options. One of the options is to show the clipboard automatically. I'm going to check that, and I'm going to close the clipboard because it's already shown. When we Control C to copy an item into the clipboard, nothing happens. But when I go and Control C and put a second item in there, now we have 4 because there was 2 in before, the clipboard will show itself automatically. This gives you access to all up to 24 items that you've populated into the clipboard. And the last item that we selected, that we Control C'd was Colorado, and that shows up at the top. If I choose another state, Control C, that will be at the top, and everything else moves down. So the newest edition is at the top, the oldest edition is at the bottom. I'm going to go down to the options again, and instead of the first option, we're going to show Office Clipboard when Control C is pressed twice. I'm going to click off of that and close it. So now we don't have to select or input two items. We can press Control C, C, and the clipboard pops up when we press the second C. You have to make sure you press the C's fairly quickly in succession. Otherwise, Excel won't know that what you're trying to do is open up the clipboard. The third option that we have is to collect without showing the Office Clipboard. And the odd thing about this is you can choose this option and check the first box to show the Office Clipboard automatically. Obviously, those two things can't happen simultaneously. You can't both show it automatically and collect without showing the Office Clipboard. If you set both of these up, what will happen is the Show Office Clipboard Automatically will take precedence. I'm going to click off of that, close that, Control C, and there it is. So I'm going to deselect that first checkbox and deselect the second one that just checked itself automatically. Click off of that, close the Office Clipboard, and now no matter how many times we Control C and collect things, and I'm Control C'ing with every one that we're going through here, the Office Clipboard doesn't show up. And when I launch it, we're going to find it all filled with all kinds of states. So that's the Office Clipboard. It's the engine behind the cutting and pasting and copying that you do. You may have cut and paste data fairly often and never known that the clipboard was at work behind the scenes. So we launched the Office Clipboard, and then we copied some content into the clipboard by Control C, Control X. We pasted content out of the clipboard. We pasted the content multiple times, and we pasted everything that was in the clipboard. We passed some data between the Office applications, Office Word, and then we passed some data from Word to Excel. We moved, resized, and we closed the clipboard, and then we looked at three display options.